Did you notice that? We think the thoughts from God. But we see, I should have said, but we see, yeah? And we hear in the world. And now we've got a notion that we may be preoccupied with the thoughts from God, or what we receive and make into thoughts from the world. And in a childish sort of way, we want God to appear to us and speak to us. Because we do that in the world all the time. You know, I hear Mum and speak to her, she speaks to me, and I hear her, and I see her, and we do things together, and we create. Now that I'm used to and I'm familiar with, so I want you, God, to do the same. Well, you know, if you're real God, then show yourself and speak to me. Come on, tell me. I need to know the way. I'm asking you. Why don't you speak to me in words? But, you know, communication is there already. What you're asking for, you've already got. It's just that you want it in a childish way now. Because you're a child in the world, you know, you're born into it with very limited understanding. Whereas if you knew that the thoughts that are coming in are from God, and according to your values, you're calling such thoughts to your mind. This is a hypothesis, you understand. I don't know this is the case, but if it's the case, then it's balmy really to be asking him to be, you know, show yourself, show us the Father, and it sufficeth, you know, have him speak to me, you know, words, go and do so and so, Marshall, or don't do such and such, you know. God doesn't do this. He speaks to you in thoughts, so you have a sort of doubt in your mind. You think, oh, I'm not sure if I should do this, but I need to, so I'm going to wing it and see if I get away with it. And, you know, you do things according to what you think from the information you've received from the world, and you've blocked off what you're also receiving from God, which is, if you like, conscience, and, you know, sort of awareness. Oh, I wonder if this is right. Oh, I don't want to know. I just want to do it. I'm going to do it. This is fun, you know. And you leap off the wall to see if you can jump from that sort of height after all, and you find you can't. You hurt yourself. Don't do that again. I mean, this is the kiddie playing, isn't it? Goodness, Mum's having kittens if she's watching. Yeah. Oh, if you're not familiar with it, having kittens means she's very distressed and concerned. So she's totally focused on, my goodness, what's my child doing now? I must rescue him. So we get the contemplative view of the spiritual people and the religious as we understand it. And they go into silent times and meditation and recluse and retreats, and where they want to hear the word of God. They want to hear the voice of God. They're not literally, most of them, expecting a voice. They're waiting for the right ideas to come upon them from God, ideally. Oh, well, that's some sort of notion of the ideal anyway, isn't it?
Because there's no point in me sort of pontificating on what we should be doing. What we need to know is what's going to make us want to be doing such. Oh, but you could think of the great gain. I mean, someone who's walking with God must be, well, utterly different to someone who isn't. And presumably tremendous gain. Well, that might work. It's not the way I increasingly choose to follow. Although I do find that understanding and thinking of God is sort of helpful in more thinking of God. It's the more you do it, the more you want to. The less you do it, the less you want to. But increasingly, I think my preferred method is whatsoever's good and lovely, think on these things, because when you are struck by how you've been blessed, well, your gratitude drives you to think of God, doesn't it? You think of Him and you want to thank Him, and you're relating to Him strongly again. Gratitude is cementing the relationship with Him, isn't it? So that's the way to go. Whatsoever's good and lovely, think on these things. And gratitude will do all the rest. Will drive you into His arms. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.